Welcome. I am Chituga Chinda, and today I have something for you. What do I have for you, you may ask? Well, it's not something that you don't already have or you didn't already have since at least the 29th of May, 1999. I am merely calling your attention to what ideally should constitute your interest in politics. This is chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is made up of 12 sections, and these 12 sections spell out the objective and principles that should guide, that ought to guide the decisions that anybody that occupies office under the Constitution or any law flowing under it should abide by. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is made up of, chapter 2, this is the Constitution. Chapter 2 is made up of section 13 to section 24 of the Constitution. I will not touch it today. Subsequently, I shall begin to address the matter. I want us to take our time because I have hammered greatly on the need for you to know your interests. And it is common in politics when a word is used, it becomes a buzzword. People just vibrate the word, but it is empty of meaning. So the meaning of what your interest is chapter 2. And if you are patient, if you are attentive, if you listen, you will understand that our laws are sufficient to guarantee development if effected. But laws can only be effected if it is caused to be effected by one who has the will to govern society. Govern society not to their own interests or for their own benefit, but for the benefit of all. That is where chapter 2 comes in. The Nigerian Constitution is so detailed. It is written in a manner that even if you, for some chance, do not know anything but are a popular person and you find yourself elected and you need, or you are running for office and you need a manifesto, or really you as a citizen just want to know what exactly to ask whoever is asking you to vote him to do for you upon being elected, look no further than chapter 2 of the Constitution. I shall read out section 13, which is the first chapter, the first section of chapter 2, and I will go no further for today. So what does section 13 state? It is the fundamental obligation of government, the government of Nigeria, whether the state, the federation, or local government, or any of their agencies. So it states, it shall be. I want you to note, because shall will come along in this running down of chapter 2. Shall will be used a lot. So you should note this, that in law, in interpretation of statutes, or any document at all, if the word shall is used, it indicates compulsion. It means that there is no choice, there is no option. You do not have the option to pick and choose. No, you obey what is written down. So I read, it shall be the duty and responsibility of all organs of government and all authorities and persons exercising legislative, executive, or judicial powers to conform to, observe, and apply the provisions of this chapter of this Constitution. That is chapter 2. Later I shall run down 14 to 24, the remaining 11. Yeah, you're asking why I'm saying in 11, 14 to 24 ought to be 10. That is true. But in 2023, the Constitution was amended, and in the 5th Alteration Act, the 16A was inserted into chapter 2, and it concerns itself basically with food security. So back home, you have an interest to protect. Your interest is the proper functioning of government. The proper functioning of government is not something that requires a novel idea. As a matter of fact, even in our laws, there is something akin to a manifesto. Just win your election and do what the law says. But will it work that way? No. Why? Because you take things from them. Because of rice and face cap and pen and armband, rice and face cap, to sell your future. A lot of people claim they will just take the money and do what they like. But be assured, if you take the money, 99% of the time, you will most likely, you have your free will, and you have every right to think that you can do things differently. But there is a pattern. If you take, you will most likely toe the line and vote for those who have nothing for you but poverty. But poverty is not what your portion is. This is not a sermon. This is not prosperity gospel. In fact, when we go into chapter 2, you will find out that your prosperity is the responsibility of the Nigerian government and its subunits. That is the states, in my case, Rivers State, and the local government. Also in my case, those are all local governments. Thank you for listening. And I do hope you pay attention in the days coming ahead. There will be lots for us to discuss. Have a lovely week ahead of you. Bye-bye.